Thanksgiving. Are you stressed out yet? Yeah, I know. Maybe not, but I think most of us are looking at, oh, it's the day before, we're getting the food ready, we're making all kinds of plans, and there's just a lot to do. I know. We're in the studio right now working on a project. That's why I'm here rather than my normal studio backdrop for Facebook Live. Anyway, this will all mean a lot more to you and I if we do it right. You know, Thanksgiving, that is supposed to be about being thankful. I'm calling it ThinksGIVIng because I think that thankfulness is more cognitive than emotional. I know we think about Thanksgiving as something we are supposed to feel, but really gratitude, if you look at it biblically in both testaments, it is largely about what you are thinking, what you are remembering, what you are focusing on more than what you are feeling. So think of Psalm 103:2. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. That is a cognitive action. So hey, let's look at a 5-minute exercise you and I can do to do it right this Thanksgiving, to make it what it's supposed to be. I call this RCA, like the recording studio, RCA. Remember, consider, acknowledge. Remember, consider, acknowledge. Remember, first of all, okay? Just start with that. Remember what God has done for you. Think about that both doctrinally and experientially. What God has done for you, looking at that doctrinally. He has positioned you in Christ. He has seated you at the right hand. He has made you a joint heir. He has redeemed you. That's the doctrinal end of it. That is something to dwell on. You think on that. Then you also think on experientially. What has God done for you? Who has he provided you with? What situation has he put you in that has been meaningful to you? How has he come through for you? You think of your own experience, kind of like Moses told the children of Israel, hey, before you get into that promised land, remember what God has done for you. So you start with remember, okay? Now, then you go to consideration because you want to ask yourself, when I remember what God has done for me, I want to consider, what does that say about me? What does that say about me? What does that say about your value? What does that say about your security? What does that say about your potential? What does that say about your future? You know? So remember what God has done for you from a doctrinal and an experiential viewpoint. Then you want to consider, what does that say about me? What God has done for me? Then finally acknowledge, what does that say about him? Now, when you consider what God has done for you, what does that say about him? That he is what? Gentle with you, faithful to you, considerate of you, aware of you, you know? I mean, this is just, like I said, a quick 5-minute exercise, RCA. I did that for myself this morning, and it got me off on the right track because, you know, just like you, I got a full plate. So considering everything that has to be done, you know, I really want to try to make holidays what they're supposed to be. So I started by remembering, what has God done for me? Besides redeeming me, seeking me out, you know, I think too, hey, he interrupted my life. He has given me a wife. He has given me a family. He has given me a ministry. He's given me good friends. He's given me a wonderful church. I mean, I really want to consider, what have I got now that I have been given by God? That is a heck of a lot. So I want to remember that. Then I want to consider, what does that say about me? Hey, I'm not as worthless as I thought I was. Hey, I really have the capacity, by the grace of God, to take authority over a situation, and by the grace of God, see that it becomes what it is meant to be. It says that, hey, I've got to consider the fact that this tells me I have potential, I have a future, because, real important point, if God has been faithful and God is unchanging, God will be faithful. I mean, those are just basic cognitive points I've been going over. They've brought me a lot of peace, by the way. And then finally, that leads to acknowledgement. Now you see I'm kind of focused in. I remember what God has done for me. I consider what that says about me. Well, then I acknowledge, wow, what does that say about you? Lord, you really are tender with me. And you are really faithful to the covenant you established with me, even when I haven't been faithful in it. And yeah, there really is a future that you have given me, and you are absolutely steadfast and even stubborn in fulfilling your purposes in me. RCA. I want you to give that a try today. It'll only take you about 5 minutes. Remember, consider, acknowledge. Because like I said, a holiday can be good. That's when the turkey came out okay, or everything went smoothly and everybody showed up and everybody got along. That's good, and I would hope that for you. But that's not the same as meaningful. A holiday is meaningful if you really live out what it is supposed to be. ThinksGIVING, I believe, leads to Thanksgiving. And I want you to have a fantastic one. Hey, it's good being with you. I'll look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. Have a wonderful holiday. God bless.